Hi, I'm Rabea.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Sound Like on Andertons TV. Hi Matt, how are you?
I'm great, are you?
I'm alright this morning. Do you know what? I woke up and I was like, something tells me that I need to have a good old kiss, but my girlfriend wasn't around to do that, so I just had to dream about it instead.
Well, hopefully this will get you like halfway there.
I'm hoping so.
Amazing.
Today we're going to try and sound like Kiss.
Yes, we are. The, 70s, 80s kind of glam rock, kind of extravaganza that they are.
Yeah,
Still going now.
I'm going to attempt to sound like Paul Stanley.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gene Simmons on the bass.
Is your tongue as long as his?
I can tell you. It's in
Right.
my mouth.
Yeah, I don't want to find out. Let's go get some guitars.
See you later. So, Kiss has two guitar players, Paul Stanley, rhythm, and then these days Tommy Thayer is their lead player,
Okay.
Ace Frehley back in the day.
Right.
But listening to the records, the bass is a really prominent factor.
Gene is
So
a
I
loud guy.
think if I go bass, and maybe we have a little backup guitar on hand just in case I need to jump in for some of that. But if you're going for Tommy Thayer slash Ace Frehley, not slash, but...
I was really looking forward to getting an Iceman, but that's Paul Stanley's jam, so can't be doing that.
Well, Tommy Thayer has did have a signature Explorer. So we could look for something in that vein.
Yes, let's do that. So over here, we're going over to the good old Gibson Epiphone land. Can I get this instead? Oh, it's a Slash Firebird. I can't get that because it's someone else's SIG. I'd have been well up for that as well. It's a really nice guitar.
I think Ace Frehley also used a lot of Les Pauls.
Did he?
So we could look at that.
They have one Explorer on display and it's one of the Gothic ones, so probably not going to go with that.
So in the spirit of Ace Frehley and Les Pauls,
Triple humbucker vibes.
triple humbucker vibes. We did just spot
There are
this.
these two.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab that? Is that a SIG?
No, it's just, oh, it is. It's a Peter Frampton.
Okay, so we can't get the Frampton SIG. And anyway, it's too expensive.
It's $9.99.
We don't know how much this one is because there's no price
Let
tag.
me have a little checkaroo.
But triple humbucker, Les Paul custom style. I'm gonna say that's Pal Ferro on the fretboard because it's really light. You know, crafted in China. This is the Les Paul Black Beauty, as we all know. It's close, probably as close as I can find. We'll see.
That is 539 fine English pounds, Rabea.
539 English pounds.
Yes.
That's probably bang on for the kind of money I want to spend.
Bargain. Yep, perfect.
Okay, cool. Over to the land of Marshalls. Ace Frehley used, well, back in the early days, I think it was a Plexi, and then JCM 2000s, JCM 900s, Marshall 412s.
Lots of Marshalls.
Basically Marshall.
Sweet.
So, you know, what was the guitar's $5.99, was it?
$5.39.
Okay. And looking around on the internet, it looks like minimal effects, things just like overdrives. There's a DL4, you know, other than that, very minimal stuff. So, might be able to stretch the budget a little bit on the amp. Because I was looking at this and I really want to try it.
$949.
Oh no, I can't get it, can I?
You can afford it, but you can't. I've got no more budget for pedals.
Looks
On a limited
really
budget
good.
of £1,500.
Okay, well in that case, what about this? $7.99.
That's a bit more like it.
Yeah, because if I got the 112 Jubilee combo, then I've got at least 100 quid for a pedal.
150 quid, yeah.
Yeah, which is
160 quid.
yeah, okay, sweet. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the Marshall 25C Mini Super G 112 combo.
So in the spirit of Gene Simmons, I found this, which is a Warwick rock bass Vampire, which is definitely visually in the realms of what we could expect from Gene Simmons. Hopefully it'll sound just like him.
So in the land of pedals,
We are, many pedals.
I was going to get an overdrive and some form of delay.
And we were just chatting, weren't we?
Well, you just pointed out a very good thing.
Yes, we could go with an EQ,
G7,
just to give the amp a little push.
because obviously you can use the line level to hit the front end, so it's going to drive it more.
Sure.
Already got distortion in the Jubilee, but then of course you've got the luxury of having EQ, so you can really tailor the sound. It's probably will yield better results.
Yes. Okay,
So they're about 100 quid, aren't they?
About 80, I think, for a G7.
Yeah, so then I've got roughly the same, got 70 quid left for a delay.
There you go, easy peasy. Which one will you get?
Delay-wise,
We go uber affordable for about 40, 50 quid with the tape machine.
after much deliberation, careful deliberation, I'm going to go with the Tone City tape machine. Because
with the Boss G7?
Yeah, because we couldn't, basically the pedals we wanted to get are not available in the store right now. So a fail-safe has always been, and always will be, the Tone City tape machine.
Great for the budget. So let's go and see what it sounds like.
And we're back in the video room.
Yes, we are in this glam rock adventure to sound like the mighty Kiss.
Certainly are. Slightly more caffeinated than we were before we started filming this particular segment of the video, so therefore I've got a bit more energy than normal.
There you go.
The rigs were pretty simple. We focused on, to be honest, we kind of focused on the older stuff, but there were a couple of songs.
Yeah, 70s and 80s stuff, I think.
Yeah. So really, it's a really simple rig because we chose only a few segments, of course, as normal. So for that, I didn't need to do loads of like effects and all sorts of other stuff. It was
There is
just
a
kind
lot
of
of
the
stuff,
main rhythm
some of the
tone.
overlays, there's quite a lot of overlays in the music. But
There are.
in some of the later 80s stuff, there's a lot of the kind of
Whammy bar stuff.
divey stuff. So obviously on a Les Paul, we couldn't achieve that.
No, so we chose excerpts that suited the rig that we ended up getting.
Sure.
Anyway, this is the Epiphone Les Paul, well, Black Beauty. So it's the triple humbucker. It's basically a Les Paul custom with 3 humbuckers, right?
True story.
It's basically what it is. It's really good, made in China. I never really have an issue with the Epiphone stuff when you get into this kind of range because it stays in tune, plays pretty well, sounds pretty good. So yeah, nothing to complain about there. On the ground, I'm running straight into the Boss GE7, which is always useful, especially with these older 70s and 80s bands where...
We've used them a lot, haven't we, to push amps, you know?
Yeah, for those bands particularly, because I guess it's more about the way it was recorded. So it's a bit more muffled and warm, and it's less hi-fi.
Yep.
So that's perfect for that, because you can just, as you can see, I've pulled out like 4.6K or 6K? I've like basically pulled out a load of high end, scooped the mids. That's for the last track we just did.
Sure.
And then I used the level to push the front of the amp.
But we've used them for a lot of kind of classic rock bands, haven't we?
Yeah, we did it with Thin Lizzy.
We did.
And no, we haven't done Def Leppard. It was Thin Lizzy. Anyway, if I take that off, also using the tape machine from Tone City, and that's literally to get the tiniest bit of slapback, which I will demonstrate in a moment. And then, of course, running into the beautiful Marshall Silver Jubilee model 2525C. So it's the 112 combo.
Amazing.
There we go. So this is the sound of the guitar straight into the amp. And that sounds cool.
Beautiful.
I tried to get basically more of just that classic rock crunch. You can hear on the Marshall though, there's quite a bit of that fizz, that top end presence.
Would that be dialed out had we cranked it?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a valve combo, so it'd be really loud.
Yeah.
So I use a G7. Notice the difference on and off is it's kind of just like a bit of scoopage and a little less fizz. So this is before. And then with. You notice how the fizz has gone, it's a bit fatter.
Sounds great.
Yeah. And then the slap back, you'll only really notice it on lead. So if I go. Then with it.
So that definitely gets close to the solo we did in Shock Me.
Basically, that's the rig in its entirety. And it's one of these classic examples where, you know, you find a couple of songs with certain tones and then we play the tunes, whereas the rig can do loads, particularly with the delay. I mean, it doesn't have reverb, but it's worth saying that, you know, you probably get yourself a little reverb pedal. Sure. And then with this rig, you could do quite a bit.
And they're great amps as well.
Yeah.
We haven't skimped on that, and great guitar as well. Again,
I mean, just for the sake of experimentation.
Simple and effective. And with the extra cash, you could get yourself a couple more of the tone cities, maybe a chorus, maybe the reverb, you say?
Yeah. Let me just give it some.
Yeah, immediately, loads of the fizz goes.
Yeah, that was just by turning it up a tiny bit.
There you go. What were you on?
It's
about a third?
Yeah.
Fine.
It's a really good sounding amplifier. If you've not really spent a lot of time with the Silver Jubilee, I mean, John Frusciante it's his main go-to amp, isn't it?
True story, yeah.
It's a great amp. I think it sometimes gets overlooked in the Marshall range, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's my rig.
It's because it's grey,
It's greyed out.
not black.
On the website, you just don't see it.
Okay, and then on to my rig for Gene Simmons.
Seen Jimmins.
Seen Jimmins. This is a Warwick rock bass, and this is the Vampire Dark Lord 4.
Wow.
Which is a great name for a great looking bass. It's kind of like 80s Batman vibes, we were saying before.
Yeah.
But definitely in the vein of that which you'd see Gene Simmons playing. I think he has an axe bass, and
yeah, it's kind of
loads
in that
of crazy basses.
Loads of crazy bass. It's a crazy, crazy, bass. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, you could take that out and
it would be
decapitate
fairly
some
useful.
zombies.
I mean, it's got some weight to it.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I didn't know about this model from Warwick, and obviously you
well,
associate
rock bass
them.
is their like squire of Warwick.
Fine, yeah, but I mean, in terms of shape, though, normally it's like thumbs and the kind of more roundy stuff. I didn't expect this, but it's really, really cool. MEC pickups, so
they're sick.
And what looks like a rosewood board, maple neck with these cool 2 black stripes in it, and these 4 menacing bolts here.
And this giant
metal.
upper horn.
No, look at that. It's pretty good upper fret access though if you want to have a bit
and
of
you've
a
got
noodle.
flame maple in the centre of that neck.
Is that? Oh, it's a bit flamey, isn't it? Yeah. And these are nice. I like the angled tuners. Makes it a lot easier to.
How much is that bass?
£745.
I mean, apart from the shape, I'd buy it.
It's an absolute bargain. It's really, really nice to play. Nice and thin at the nut here, and this is what it sounds like.
There you go.
That's what it sounds like. Nothing like Kiss, but
It looks a bit kissy.
no, it is. Honestly, it's great, and that's going into the Blackstar Unity bass, the U250, which again incredibly versatile, and it's on the vintage mode. There's quite a cool amount of settings in this amp. So obviously they're really old, so you need a vintage bass tone.
Yeah. Well, that would conclude. Try to sound like Kiss without busting the bank.
Yes, let us know how you think we did. Did we sound like Kiss?
Yeah, it's been one of those that has been quite requested, and Matt brought it up this morning and we're like, I never really even considered that, but yeah, let's give it a go.
They're one of the greats, one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Links in the description box below.
Yeah, let us know who else you'd like. Let us who else you
He wants to say, let us know who else you'd like us to sound like.
Yes, let us know who else you'd like us to sound like, and we'll try our very damnedest.
And I've been Rabea.
And I've been Matt.
And this has been Sound Like on Andertons TV.
Buongiorno.